Hello and welcome back to EJ's Budget and Stickers. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, we are going to budget out my paycheck, my bonus, and close out the month of March budget. And we're going to start looking into April's budget. So if this is something that you would want to watch, then please stick around. And if you're new here, thank you. Please hit that subscribe button and the like. If you're returning, I appreciate you very much. And thank you so much for coming back. So as you guys can see, I did finally get the stickers put in for March, and they're a little bit different than the idea that I had, but I really like how it turned out. I'm not going to scrap the original idea because it didn't turn out too bad. This is the printed version and that on the glitter paper. I'm not too sure how this is picking up, but hopefully you guys can see the glitter effect to it. The paper just ended up being a little bit thicker than I liked. I'm not going to scrap this idea completely, as I think the texture and the outcome of this is very nice. I think this would make a better bookmark than as a sticker, just because of the thickness and the way that it feels. So I'm going to play around with that idea, and the more I thought about it after I printed it, when I ended up with the sidebar, I realized my idea was not a particularly good one, as I was having to write in my information here and trying to write over the glitter. I thought that would be pretty hard. So I put the idea off to the side, thought about it throughout the week, and I think I'm going to, like I said, try it as kind of like a bookmark or maybe a sticker that requires a thicker sticker paper. So I'm not going to completely scrap this idea. I do love the way that it turned out. It's just not ideal for the planner as a piece that to be writing on. So I did want to show you guys that, because I did mention in the last video the idea that I had, and as you see, I kept the same design and everything. It's just without the sparkle. So let's get into it. Let's start talking about the budget. And that, as I mentioned, today is payday plus the bonus. And if you guys watched my last video, you guys know that it was really hard for me to even hold a thought doing the last video, and at the check-in for last week. And that because of the bonus and how I was going to spend it. I'm still kind of on the fence with how it will benefit my household, but I did create a list, and I did price some items out, and I do want to invest in making my channel better, as I would be able to bring you guys more content and different ideas that I have, because as of right now, my space is very limited. If I'm going to do this, I just need a little bit bigger space, a little bit better lighting for the different things that I do want to bring to you guys. So I think I will go ahead and invest in some small items that will make the videos better, and so I can bring more content to you guys. So that is the plan with some of the money. But right now I do have to take care of my household before I know exactly which items I can purchase. So let's take a look. Let's see where everything's at. With the household checking, we'll go in. As you see, between the paycheck and the bonus, we are working with, and that it came up to $3,549.66. And as usual, my $25 went into savings. I did have a Target run yesterday, and that is about it for the expenses for this last week. And with the budget piece, we are looking at budgeting $3,549.66. So the first thing that we need to take care of to close out March is Netflix. This is going to go up. I got a notice. So when they do take out my Netflix, instead of it being $9.65, I'm assuming it's going to be 10 something. And that I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be with the tax, because it's going to be $9.99 and then whatever the tax is with that. So I'm waiting for that, and then I will make the adjustment. And of course, the new stickers will reflect the new balance of that. So for right now, we will go ahead, put in some extra money to take care of the extra spending that's going to happen with Netflix. So I'm just going to give it an extra $5. That should be more than enough to cover the increase plus the tax. My Target run, I only had put in $25 for the household items. I ended up picking up some snacks. I picked up my son a couple things while I was at Target, and that regarding his stuff and that. So I will go ahead and take care of the overspending, and also put in some additional padding for this category. So let's put in 100. That will leave $40.33. So that should be okay. We should be able to get by with that. I don't spend a whole lot, as it's just my son and I, and when we were at Target last night, we were able to stock up on some of the things that we needed for the household. So we should be pretty good there until probably the end of next month. So that is taken care of. Now, the next thing that I do want to take care of is the bills that I have, because now I don't get paid until the 8th of April. So even though March is ending, I receive my paycheck. Out of this paycheck, I do have to cover the additional bills into April to make it till next payday. So we will cover the rent and the Excel bills. So in the last video, we covered the majority of my rent expenses except for rent itself. And we will go ahead, budget out $1,075, and that will fully fund the rent. And let's see, the other bill that I have is the Excel. So with the crazy weather that's been going on, even though I have in 115.65, let's see if I have the reflection of what the bill will be here for April. Okay, I'm just looking to see if I have the upcoming transaction. Oh yeah, and I did receive that $50 credit. So that was going to lessen the bill. And as you guys know, if you've been around and watching my channel for a little bit, the Excel bill is one of my pain point bills. So just so we don't end up struggling so much with this bill, I am going to give it a little bit of extra padding as well. So I'm going to go ahead and give it $100. So that will bring us up to $215.65. And the next bill then is the Xfinity. So that's the phone bill and the internet. And we are fully funded there as well. Everything right now is fully funded for the month of March. Let's flip over to April, as that is going to show what's going to carry over here at the end of the month. So I'm looking, everything looks good for the household. So my sinking fund for the renter's insurance, I will need to go ahead and I will fund that. And because, as you guys know, the month that I do get paid is the month that I like to budget for, as I feel it right down here left over from last month and kind of like what's been rolling over. This way I can keep track of, this is what I got paid in this month, this is what I carried over, this is basically what I was able to budget out for in the previous month, and that I'm carrying over. So let's go back and we will take care of $13.99. So the renter's insurance should still stay on track. I do need that by the beginning of next year. So I do have time to come up with the money for that. Dining out, my son and I, we've really been kind of slowing back on that. So I'm not going to put anything in there, as we've been really enjoying the home cooked meals. As every Thursday I do the meal prep and that for the week. So this way I do know the items that I need to pick up from the grocery store. So I'm going to put in another 150, as that is usually what I put in every payday to get us by for 2 weeks. So that will bring us up to $220.76. Car payment. Okay, we're good there. And the car insurance, that is due in July. So let's uncheck the food and that for the groceries, and let's just take a look at the car insurance. So I have $343.86 that I need to have by July. So let's go ahead and let's get a payment ahead on that as well. So $85.97. The tabs, those are due the beginning of December. So I am going to go ahead and put in $60.67. So as you see, I'm just taking some of this money that I've received out of my bonus. And even though my bills are not due yet, I'm beefing up some of my sinking funds to make things a little bit easier, to make the money stretch. And because I'm not I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this money, because as I mentioned, this is something that could change mine and my son's life, and that for, you know, the struggles that we've been having since the beginning of this year. So I'm just taking it really slow and easy with the money, because once I spend it, it's gone. I can't get it back. And I'm still on the fence of kind of what I'm doing with it. I've really thought about it. I really, I made several different lists. My son and I, you know, we've sat down, we've talked about, you know, the things that we want, and where can we put the money so it's going to benefit us in the long run. And we're still trying to figure it out, and that's okay. There's nothing that says as soon as we get, you know, as soon as the money hits today, that we have to go out and spend it. It's okay that, you know, I'm still on the fence and still trying to figure it out. Because like I said, once I spend it, it's going to be gone. Where, because I'm still uncertain about things, I can go ahead, beef up the sinking funds, and when I get a clearer understanding of what I want to spend the money on, I can definitely move it around, as you know, the budget always changes from day to day, and my priorities change. And you know, nothing is ever set in stone with your budget. So what you think you're going to do one day, you know, it might not be how it actually turns out. So right now, I feel beefing up my sinking funds and just kind of taking care of the household is what I need to do. And then, like I said, there is some items that I do want to pick up that will help in that my channel, and hopefully grow it even more. So I'm just gonna go ahead, finish taking a look at everything, and then we can talk about a few of the items that I do want to get. So let's see, clothing. I am going to add another 30 there. And April here is when my fitness dues come out. And oh, wait, no, July. Ooh, that's even better. For some reason, I was thinking this was coming out here in April. So I'm not going to worry about this quite yet. Awesome. And that was the pleasant surprise. So household, we should be good there. Oh my gosh, you guys, the circus is in town, and every year I have taken my son to see the circus, and then when COVID hit, of course, everything was canceled and shut down. And so he's been asking the last couple of years when we were going to go back to the circus. And as a surprise, I do want to get him tickets and to do this, because this has always been something that him and I have done as a birthday treat for me and him. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put 100. It's not going to cost us that much, but just in case we want to get food when we're there, food, drinks. If he wants to get a souvenir, he does have that opportunity to get that. And then also the tickets for the circus. I have to figure out what day we want to go. It started yesterday and it's running through this Sunday. So I'm thinking that we might possibly go on Sunday, just because it will be the last day, and hopefully not as many people would be there. And that, so it'd be lower risk of running into the crowds and stuff. So that is my idea with that. And we will see, but I am excited to take him to that. So, and then of course, the present and so we do have 150 there. Okay, so the series radio is what comes out here in April. And we will go ahead, we will get a jump start on funding this new sinking fund. So I will put 3053 in there. YNAB is completely funded. Last night when I was at Target, I noticed that Netflix has a gift card, and I was thinking that instead of having them automatically debit the account, that I would buy a gift card and have the money taken out of that. Let me know what you guys do with your guys' subscriptions. As I would still fund it, but I wouldn't have that monthly debit. And then when the funds started running low, I would just go pick up another gift card. I would be interested to know kind of like what you guys think about that, or how you guys handle your subscriptions. Do you guys do the gift cards and just have the funds taken that way, or do you just pay the monthly or yearly? So, all right, guys, this brings us down to $1,842.50. So with that, I'm going to put $1,000 of it away into the medical, just because this summer my son also is going to have the surgery on his mouth. And I think I've mentioned a couple times that my insurance will cover most of it, but there is a good piece of it that I will end up having to pay. So let me go ahead and budget out that $25 that I usually budget in here, and then we will go ahead and put in the rest of, okay. And let's see, I'm just trying to figure out, because that would be like a hospital, that's prescriptions, and then this is the doctor. So let's go ahead, let's put it under the doctor, just as I guess that makes sense in my world, and that is to put it in that category. All right, so that brings us up to $1,134.76, which I'm hoping that the bill should not be more than $1,000, but because of the uncertainty, and I will go ahead and continue to beef this up from between now and I believe we go back in August is when we'll go in, see the dentist, and then we'll set up the consultation with the place that will be doing the procedure for my son. So we'll go ahead and I feel that this is probably the best option right now, as this I know it's an emotional expense that I will have to have, and that because as most parents, they don't want to see their kids go through anything, and so if I can eliminate out the financial piece and eliminate that emotion, I think I would be better prepared and not so emotional when August comes and we sit down and talk about the procedure and what needs to be done. So that will leave me $817.50. So with that, the items that I would like to buy are a desk. I have a really, really small desk that barely fits the computer and the lights and my planner. So just those couple things really take up a lot of my desk space. So I don't have a whole lot of room to move stuff around or to show you guys additional things. So one of the items that I'm gonna go get is a table or another desk, a working surface where I have more room to be able to show things and not feel so cramped and crowded. So that is one of the items that I'm going to go ahead and do. The other is a better lighting system, because I've noticed that with the planner piece, I have like these dark lines here and there throughout the planner. So I definitely want to end up getting different lights, as the lamps that I have, they're great in that, but I think and I could get something a little bit better that is designed for filming. And then the other thing that I am going to pick up is more supplies, more equipment, so I can bring you guys a few more options to the sticker shop and to having things customized. So that is the plan with the $817.50 is going to go ahead and pick up the lights, some equipment, and another either a desk or a workspace, something that will just be a little bit bigger. So this way I have more room and we can do some fun things here on the channel. So let's figure out where or if I should create another category. Yeah, I don't want to pull it as cash. And as that would just make me a little bit too nervous having that much on me at the time. For right now, I guess I'll just home maintenance kind of makes sense. So I'll go ahead, I'll put it there. That does bring it down to a zero-based budget. And we did age our money by a couple days. So we are moving in the right direction, guys. It's just taking me a little bit longer to get to the 30-day goal. But all in all, I feel really good about the budget. Even if I wasn't getting the bonus as that was completely unexpected, but nevertheless a blessing, and that as it was able to help push some of those sinking funds ahead, and it's providing me a really great opportunity to purchase some things for the house that otherwise would still be sitting on the back burner. Thank you guys for watching, and if you are new, I would love to have you on my journey, so please hit that subscribe button and the like. And if you are returning back to my channel, thank you so much for tuning back in and following me on this journey. Until next time, guys, take care.